I'm sure you have eaten lots of apple pies in your life, but I'm also certain that none of them has so many stories as this one, presented by a World War II hero with 101 years of history. Meet Leslie. This is his story. I'm so happy to have you here, Leslie, today. He's going to teach me how to make an apple pie.
My apple pie.
Because I have you here, you're going to teach me how you make your version of it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's more like a deep dish apple pie, my version. What they call deep dish.
So we have to use 2.5 cups of flour.
The water has to be separate. You don't pour that in there yet.
No? Okay. So what do I put in?
You have to put in your shortening. How much shortening?
3/4 of a cup. This is the sticky part. So who taught you how to do this pie?
Me.
You?
My mother and I didn't agree on how to do cooking all the time.
Why?
So when it got down to the nitty gritty, I took over.
Yeah, what was like a typical family meal?
Whatever what was in season, and stuff that we grew in the garden. Is that fine? You know.
Yeah.
Now we need the water. We need
Half a cup. In 101 years, you lived through everything.
Yeah, I have.
You remember how was New York in the Depression in '29?
I was a teenager, and I was just getting to the point where I would enter the labor market. You know. The depression was so bad in our neighborhood, at least, that I wasn't allowed to take a job because my father was working. A lot of the other kids, their fathers weren't, and there was no income. So if the kids could get an after-school job, they had to help, you know, in their family. How much is in here?
It was about half. Where were you when the TV first came up?
So that was in the 50s, when I couldn't afford the TV at that time. So I used to go look at the deals in the window. Now you can take over.
So now I just put it together.
Put it together and make a nice. And if it's too dry, then we have to add some water.
And then knead it?
And sort of make it round, you know.
Okay.
Make a ball out of it.
Okay.
That'll fit. That's big enough.
So we need some pan.
Or I can do it. How do you do it?
Want me to do it?
No, you do it. Now we're ready for your apples.
Okay. But should we get the apples first, or should we put the dough there?
No, that's on a regular pie. This is my version of pie.
Oh, okay.
You want the kind that you got for Thanksgiving?
Yes.
Well, then you have to do it my way. And I said it's more like a deep dish apple pie than a regular.
Oh, let me go get the apples then.
Yeah.
One moment.
The average American now, if he eats pie with 2 crusts, that's twice as many calories as you need. So I don't make it with 2 crusts. I make it with only 1 crust. What have I got these on for?
And then Leslie opened up and told us about something incredible that he lived.
Went to war?
That changed the course of history.
World War II. World War II. I was inducted to 45.
D-Day, Normandy, the largest seaborne invasion in history.
I was there.
This is his story.
Well, we were stationed in the southwest of England when they were preparing for D-Day. They lined us up and brought us down to the port on the river called Barry, and then came up the English Channel, just outside of Normandy. We were there for a while, and then first thing you know, hundreds of ships gathered at the same place for the invasion.
Wow.
So at that time, then we knew that something was going to happen. But this was the whole show. They didn't tell us anything. And even when we were on the ship and when D-Day had started.
Yeah. Well, we have the apples ready.
Yeah, okay.
And now?
You put them in here.
Okay. They have water and lemon because I prepared them last night. And they smell good because they have lemon too.
Fill it up.
Okay. What a great experience is to learn to prepare a traditional American meal while listening to real stories that I only read in books. When we kept placing the apples, I was ready to listen to what happened to him on D-Day. So when D-Day started, you said?
We were below decks, and then as it got daylight,
Yeah.
they let us out on the deck. And we could see all the planes coming over, and we could see all these ships that we didn't know were there the day before.
Oh my God.
The bombarding from the big battleships, you know,
Yeah.
and the cruiser. They were bombing the Normandy beach, and I saw all that. And the first thing you know, one German airplane comes over. And then everybody opens up with their 50 caliber machine guns. It was the best fireworks display I ever saw. The whole sky was covered with tracer bullets. And some of the stuff we didn't eat, like some of the chocolate bars we didn't eat at that time.
Yeah.
We saved them for a snack, you know. So I put a string around this one box, and we threw our stuff in there. It was sitting in the truck, and in the Jeep. And as the water came, this box started to float, and I came ashore with a box of candy.
Yeah.
a wet gun and a wet gas mask and soaking wet clothes when I had a box of candy.
Awesome. So now, Leslie, we're gonna add 1 tablespoon of cornstarch.
So that you get creamy juice in there. You know?
Right.
That's the one complaint I have about being 101. I can't see anymore.
Oh. What was your job in the war? What did you have to?
I was a radio operator, air personnel. But we were on detached service to the 2nd Division, which was infantry. So we were right next to the general. So we went where the general went. That was one of my lucky breaks.
Now we cover the whole thing.
Yeah.
Perfecto.
And then you peel off the plastic, and now you got a nice crust without any mess.
I like that. That's a good idea.
Now you pinch the sides, push it up into there.
Okay.
Not all of it, but a portion of it. So that you have a little bit of a crust.
Okay. How many slices do you want to eat?
No, this is for you. Did you turn the oven on?
Yep.
Okay, good. You want to put this in the oven
Yes.
at 450 for 10 minutes.
Okay, and then we lower it.
And then lower it to 350 for 50 minutes.
Okay, so you got that is 1 hour, 10 minutes for...
No, that's just 1 hour altogether.
Altogether? Yeah.
450, 10 minutes.
Right. And
350, 50 minutes.
right.
So 50 minutes and 10 minutes makes 60 minutes,
Which is
which
1
makes
hour.
an hour.
That's what I just said. Oh my God.
Do it.
I'm gonna do it now. So 1 hour.
That makes a total of 1 hour. We started getting off in the morning, but it took all day. And then in order to get off the big ship, they had to take all our equipment, our trucks and radios and stuff, and put them on a barge next to the ship. And then when they got on the barge, and they go us into the beach, then all the big stuff got off first. Like this and this on both sides.
Yeah.
There was a ramp in the middle where all the trucks would go out.
Right.
But I was my vehicle was parked right up here.
Oh, so you had to wait.
So I had to wait for everybody else to get off, and it took all day for them to get off. When they got off in the morning, the tide wasn't any bigger than this. You know, they just like driving in a deep puddle of water. But when I got off late in the afternoon or evening, the water was up to here, up to my neck already.
Oh my God.
So all we did was drive into the water and go a little bit. And then my Jeep had this trailer on the end, and it acted like a boat.
Oh.
So it pulled the back up.
Oh wow.
So I didn't have any traction on the back.
Wow.
We had a four-wheel drive vehicle. The engine finally gave out because it got covered with water. And then at that time, there's a Navy vessel came along, one of these vessels that goes on land and in water. And they said to hop on, we'll take you into the beach. So Casey and I, we were two of us on my Jeep. We rode into the beach on this Navy vehicle. But the Navy people said, stay within those borders, he said, because everything else is mine. And they said, get on, we'll take you up to the top of the hill. So we didn't have to walk up the top of the hill. We rode up.
So here it is, the apple pie. And what an amazing excuse it is to make a meal with somebody like Leslie, who is 101 years old, and he has lived a wonderful and super rich life. To me, the most important and mesmerizing thing about his story is that he was a part of history. He was in D-Day, he was in Normandy, and he remembers every detail. Sometimes, to people like Leslie, the best gift that you can actually give them is to have them give something to you, a special project, and especially to sit down and listen to them. So be nice to your elders. I'm Vero. Ciao.
I'm 101. I never made a pie in the backyard before.